Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing great today. Well, look, I got two shows, which I'm going to go ahead and split it up. I got this first segment is going to be about Bishop Lamar Whitehead. I guess you guys already heard the news that he have been arrested. Also, we're going to go ahead and talk about Soular and Velvet, how, I think that they are using baby Eliana. I think they're using her as a pawn. And that's exactly how it looked like. Okay, which I'm gonna go ahead and show the video so you can see about that. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and I'm gonna go ahead and do another video because I truly believe that all this should be separated of what Master P and his son Romeo is going through. I don't even want to mix all that together because we want to go ahead and talk about that, especially when it comes to mental illness. So, guys, before I go ahead into my commentary, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And like I said, it's not to beat up on anyone, but it's to go ahead and try to sit there and peel through some of the layers. Okay, I see Renee Micah Brown. She came in, and also Willing Women Ministry. She's in. Thank you very much for going ahead and live. And like I say, this is my the truth, and we're going to see if we can go ahead and comb through this because I'm pretty sure, guys, that you heard that Bishop Lamar Whitehead had been arrested, which I did felt something in his ministry Sunday when he was on Sunday. I felt something in the spirit because when stuff like this, especially when the feds are involved with it, I'm pretty sure that he had got heads up, and I most likely, probably, why, he was, felt like something, that was in the spirit, like it was a heavy load. But this information, what I had gotten, guys, let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up. I had got it off the shed room, guys. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up. And I'm going to try to be here for 30 minutes or maybe close to an hour. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for our 5 o'clock segment. So, guys, like I said, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos however you feel led, because I don't know if the algorithms or whatever it is, people just dropping off. But like I said there and say, it is what it is. Because like I said, not too many people, is ready to hear the truth. And in here, I'm going to stand on my truth regardless. And one thing, about me, guys, I know you already know that it's not in the numbers. Okay. So like I say, when you do something, you do it because you love it. It doesn't matter if you get paid for it or not, or how many people that's cheerleading you or whatever, because only what you do for the Most High God, as you can see right here, is going to last anyway. So let me go ahead and see if I can go ahead and pull this up, guys. Like I said, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and also unbiased. And I'm going to see if I can go ahead and pull this up so you all can see. Yes, right here of Bishop Lamar Whitehead. Yes, he have been arrested. And I know Larry Reed, he's having a ball on, because that Bishop Lamar Whitehead was coming after him. But like I said, they didn't say, sometimes when we know that all eyes is on you, sometimes you just have to just lay low, you just have to lay low. So let me go ahead and read this article right here. Shout out to the Shed Room. They always on their job, always having it together. But right here it says Bishop Lamar Whitehead arrested for fraud, extortion, and false statement. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit. Again, this is coming from the Shed Room. It said earlier this year, Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead went viral after a robbery was captured on the live stream during one of his church service. A few weeks later, he went viral once again after he was involved in an incident with a woman in his church. You remember when a lady came in and he said she was there to heckle the church, where she went up and she disturbed the church, and he went ahead and he threw her out. As he escorted her out during one of his service, as those incident occurred, the bishop finances became a trending topic as he was accused of stealing from members of his church that caused him to speak out several times to defend himself. On Monday, the U.S. Attorney Office in the Southern District of New York announced that they arrest Bishop Whitehead for fraud, extortion, and false statement. FBI, wow, the FBI is on there. And one thing, when it comes to the FBI, like I say, the FBI does not work like the state. The FBI, they can wait for years. They are very patient. They are very patient, and when the FBI come on you, pretty much, and they have something. They are not going to waste their time and just make an arrest just for the show of it, just to see what they can get and stick. When the FBI is on you, they're going to make sure that they have something on you, even if it got to take 14 or 15 years. They are very patient. And this right here, this is not looking good for Bishop at all. It says that the FBI Assistant Director, Michael, well, I'm not going to go ahead and say his name, as we allege today, Whitehead carried out several duplication of scheme in order to receive funds from his victim. Additionally, when speaking with authorities, Whitehead uh, conclusionally chose to mislead and led to them. If you are willing to attempt to obtain funds through false promises or threat, the FBI will ensure that you are made to face the consequences for your action for our criminal system justice. So right there, as you can see right here, he has been arrested. Now, I don't know if the bishop is let out or anything, but it was for fraud, extortion, and false statement. Now, those are charges, okay? Like I said, those was they put on him. Now he got to go ahead and defend himself. But like I said there and said, when all that stuff had happened with Bishop, when he had the guys to come in and robbed his church, I would have went ahead and laid low. That's what I would have done. I would have went ahead and laid low. No way in the world that I would have went ahead and just, egging it on, going after this person and that person. That's what the law is for, leave it alone. Just do what God has called you to do. If God called you to minister to his people, do that. We don't have to go ahead and try to throw a rock or sit there and go after people just because they coming after me. What happened in the book? The same book that you are preaching, vengeance is the Lord. So if we say that vengeance is the Lord, then we have to practice what we preach, because if not, the world is going to hold you on that. And as you can see right here, the world is holding him on this. And this is not pretty at all. This is not a good look, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, when the FBI, when they come on you, trust me, they got something that they feel that is solid, where they can take you under the ground with. That's exactly how the FBI work. They don't work with just like the state. They don't do that. And I'm pretty sure right now that Bishop is biting his fingers. If he's not biting his nails, I believe that, he's pretty sure that he's worried. He's lawyering up and whatever, which, most likely he's going to have to go ahead and do that. Hi, College. I see that College then came in. Yes, like I said there and say, but I'm not here to go ahead and put my foot on anyone, because, like I said, today is him, tomorrow it can be you. But when you are in the ministry, you have to make sure that you don't let your goods be evil spoken of, because we already know that the world, they're going to watch you before they watch anybody else. And we live in this segment right now where, everything is on social media. So if everything is on social media, we know that people, they love drama. They thirst for drama. So why would you sit there and cater to the world? And that's exactly, what it is. And like I said, then say, I'm not here to put my foot on my brother's neck, guys. I'm here to stand on my truth. Like I said there and say, we can't sit there and do the same things that the world is doing. It doesn't work like that. If you see something going on, your brothers is falling, you pray for them. You don't dare to sit there and just egg it on. And as you can see, Bishop, he was having a ball with it. He enjoyed every bit of it. Now today is you. So now how you going to handle when the chips comes your way, when that karma comes knocking on your door? And the thing about it, he has a very beautiful wife, very praying woman, very beautiful family, to go into something like this. And like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. And the reason why it doesn't look good at all, because that's not his first rodeo. They're going to look at all of his past transgressions, all the stuff that he did in the past, and they're going to figure, okay, that's what they're going to use against him. If he was scheming and he was scamming and he was doing all this stuff in the past, then quite obvious, hey, like they say, he still haven't left the past alone. That's how they're going to go ahead and look at it. And today, trust me, when it comes to all the ones that he was coming after, I believe right now, like I said and say, they are having a ball, because what he did was he fed into their hands. That's exactly what he did. And all I could say right now, like I said, this is praying time, because I believe that this is the year where the Most High God is ripping the sheets off of these wolves in sheep clothing. And I'm not saying that Bishop Lamar is, because he is more of a street ministry. He more of a street person that, he like with the church without walls, he's not like a traditional pastor. And I can relate to something like that. But what I'm saying is you cannot fight evil with evil. I'm not saying if they hit one cheek, you turn around and let them hit the other cheek. No, I'm not saying that. But what you don't do, you don't fan the fire. You don't do that, because what you're doing is you're removing God out the way. And what you are doing is you are putting yourself in it. I see what college graduate, she said, I watched his Sunday service yesterday. He had no clue what was going to happen to him. Well, when the feds when you dealing with the feds, I promise you, someone gave him a heads up and let him know either they were going to arrest you, or to go ahead, and maybe they probably just he didn't know nothing about it, but I'm pretty sure that he knew something about it, because he knew that something was happening. I'm pretty sure that he did. You cannot tell me. And especially if he said that he's a prophet, he's a man of God, I knew that he knows something was going to happen, okay? Because if not, he might as well have said that and close his Bible and just go ahead and walk away. So I'm pretty sure that he knew something that was going to happen. But then again, maybe he did not. He thought that the ball was in his hands, but I knew something was kind of suspicious, because I didn't quite understand why they arrested two, but one was still on the loose. And I'm pretty sure that that was not no Bin Laden, where he went and hid himself in a cage or something like that. They could have found that person. And for some reason, they allow, I think, one or whatever to make a bond, and then they say it's not like what you think it is. To me, I just couldn't, understand what was going on. So I'm pretty sure that all this right here is going to we're going to hear the full story about it. I'm pretty sure that Bishop Whitehead, I don't think that he's going to come on social media and tell you what is going on. Maybe his attorneys might come on, but I don't think that Bishop is going to come on this time and make a show, because like I say, those 10 toes or whatever is now most likely, is behind bars. If it's not behind bars, trust me, he's home trying to sit there and present his case. Now they say that he had swindled a lady, and I will say allegedly, out of $90,000. And he said that the way that it had happened, it was just a bad investment, where she went ahead and she lost the money. So she lost the money because they was investing, that was something on her. So I really don't know. But like I say, it's not good at all. And the reason why I don't think that is good is because that Bishop already had a track record. He already had a track record of that. So like I said, we just going to see how it's going to play out. But I'm not here to put my foot on anyone, because you know when it's us, they're gonna make sure that they come in and bust the doors down. But when it's somebody else, when there's other people like Donald Trump, they're trying to get him today. Still is not getting Donald Trump, and Donald Trump been, I mean, he done a lot of stuff, and they got charges right now today where they trying to go ahead and charge him. But I promise you, Donald Trump is not gonna see one day. He's not gonna see one day behind bars. That's just to show you how they work. Trust me, all the stuff that he was charged with, trust me, he's not going to be behind bars. So, guys, with all that being said, now I'm going to go ahead and get to Soular and Velvet. If you got some questions, you want to go ahead and talk about it before I go ahead and move on, let me know. But only thing that I can say, guys, is that, you know, you don't sit there and fight evil with evil. You don't do that. And especially when you say that the Most High God is calling you, and you know that your life is on display, and you know that all eyes is on you, because you don't want to cause no one to stumble. And we already know that when it comes to the world love is on, and the world is looking to prove us as guilty before the Most High God. So we don't want to give them nothing to go ahead and run with. And to me, how it was looking, it's like, he enjoyed what he was doing, even if whatever this blogger, what's his name, Lamar, not Lamar, Larry Reed, whatever had happened, was laughing. Let Larry Reed laugh. Whatever he was doing, that's between Larry Reed and God. But you don't have to put your position and come to God, which most of his members left the church. They left the church because they didn't like how he was coming on social media, fanning a fire. So, guys, I don't know. But if you got any questions, you want to go ahead and talk about it, feel free, guys. Because like I said, in here, I'm not here for likes and click. If you want to go ahead and like and click, you're welcome to do it. But I'm here. This is my ministry. I'm here to stand on my truth, because I believe that righteous still stands. Amen. College said one must always have the clean hands if you are going to come after someone. Quite obvious. Yes, indeed. You're going to have to make sure that you're not living in no glass house. Because when you throwing rocks or whatever, you better make sure that someone don't come around and shatter your house. So we can't do that, because we already know that we got 1 foot in and 1 foot out anyway. We already know about that. We already know that the world love is on, and the world is happy today. They are rejoicing and everything. But like I said there and say, we don't sit there and put ourselves in positions like that. Yes, we're going to fall. Yes, we're going to stumble. We are human. Like I said, he pull up his pants just like anybody else, so no one cannot sit there and say, oh, this and that, he got a call and whatever he got to do. He's still a man. At the end of the day, he's still a man. But you don't want to cause your congregation, if you say that you are the shepherd, you don't want to cause no one to stumble. Because anytime when you cause one of God's children to stumble, the Bible says, woe unto you. And that's why we have to learn to practice what we preach. Because like I say, judgment is falling. Judgment will begin in the house of the Lord. Judgment going to begin in the house first before it begins with anything else. It's going to begin in the house. And as you can see, judgment is falling, because what the Most High God is doing right now, he is pulling these wolves off the sheep in wool clothing. He is exposing them. So either you going to do what thus says the Lord and say what God told you to say, or you might as well close your Bible and walk away, because you cannot be in the world and out of the world. You can't be like that. You cannot be. You either going to be in or you're going to be out. You cannot be lukewarm, because the Most High God said, if you are lukewarm, what he's going to do, he's going to go ahead and spew you out. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and move on from that. We're going to go and see if we can get to Soular and Velvet. And like I said, guys, if you all have any questions you want to go ahead and ask me, please go ahead, because I talk fast, and just go ahead and stop me. Trust me, I can chew gum and walk at the same time. So we're going to go. I'm not going to play the video because they have some music. But this right here is Soular and Velvet, in case some of you guys may not know exactly who Soular and Velvet is. But I'm not going to play the music, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on mute. Let me put it on mute. I'm putting it on mute, and I hope you guys can see, because we're going to go ahead and comb through this. And guys, just stop me if I'm going too fast, but I'm going to go ahead and start another new video. This right here, I'm going to talk about just Bishop Whitehead and Soular and Velvet. And I'm going to come back on at 5 o'clock. Like I said, guys, enough is enough. This right here, this is the year of exposing, where I truly believe that the Most High God right now, he is ripping the clothes off of these wolves in sheep clothing. I hope I don't get booted out, because sometimes when I get into stuff like this, I get booted out. Hope you guys can see it. Yeah. I'm not going to play the video so you guys can see. I just wanted you to see who I am talking about. And I'm not going to go ahead and play the video. And the reason why I'm not going to play the video is because that Soular, he have music. But what I want you guys to see right here is that these people right here, like I said, if you want to destroy your lives, you are grown people. You do whatever you want to do. And that's what I say when it comes to the ones that's in carbonation. If you want to go out there and destroy your life, that's something on you. But when you put your children in the mix of it, and that's exactly what it is, because they got a kick off it. And you can see Velvet, because Velvet played that same trick before, when she's trying to get H-Boy when he was in the pier, when he was in the tropics, when she was with this other guy, Dalen, when he brought some earrings or whatever, when it was on the beach, and when the man was holding baby Eliana, she got a kick off of that. What she did was she put her cell phone where she was showing her earrings off. Well, what she really was showing is that her baby, that this stranger, pretty much, because the baby said she didn't like that him, was holding the baby so Nature Boy can go ahead and get a reaction off it. And now, as you can see right there, we already know Soular had an agenda way before he went into Velvet's house, where he sat there and said, "You took my daughter, now I'm gonna go ahead and take yours." So that is his way of getting back at Nature Boy. But like I said, you using it as an expense of that child, and that is not right at all. That is not right at all. And if anyone is condoning that mess, then something got to be wrong with you, because he made sure, and Velvet also, because I don't give her no slack in it. They that child had said daddy, calling him daddy, which a real man wouldn't have never sat there and let this child, who is not your child, will call you daddy, because she already have a daddy. And that's disrespecting right now. That's just to show you that these women right here, they don't care, because this child is a baby. Every man that comes into Velvet or whoever life, they're going to call that man daddy. So what you're doing right there, you are confusing that child. And if anybody said, "Oh, I am wrong," please tell me right now. Please tell me right now, because that's that. You have no other man calling your daughter, accepting your daughter like that is his child, because that is not his child. And a real man is not going to move into somebody else's house, because if I'm not mistaken, Velvet got that house because of she was being battled, and because of battle women. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but I remember when she said that the home that she was in, that she had rats, and that she wanted the people that support her enablers that support her, she wanted to get out of the apartment that she was in and move to a better one. So how are you going to take the road? You cannot even get these people into a house yourself, where you had to have people on the outside to put a roof over Velvet and her two children's head. But yet he want to take the role of a daddy, the devil, you is a liar. And that's why it's time for us to go ahead and expose these wolves in sheep clothing, because all they doing is messing up these children. You confusing this child. And quite obvious, the child gonna think that it's funny because she's a baby. But I'm looking at these adults, these grown people. It's like this when all you doing is children. And I know I'm breaking up, guys, because every time, let me go ahead and get out of this, because every time when I go on social media, for some reason, Instagram, for some reason, I get booted out. But guys, you know exactly where I'm going with this. Sorry about this, because I see that I got a delay for some reason. I don't know. I might have need to clean out my laptop or something, because for some reason I see that I'm keep blinking in and blinking out. But like I said, then say, it's time for us to expose these, because you wondering why these children are messed up. The children are messed up because of these no good parents. That's why these kids are messed up like this. And I don't condone stuff like this, because we already know, just like I said before, that Soular, he came with agenda. He said because Nature Boy took his daughter away, which he's less of a man anyway, because if he's going to let another man take out his daughter in front of his face, then what that says about him. What that says about him, why he didn't protect his woman, why he didn't protect his child. So if he allowed another man to sit there and take his daughter out, then I wouldn't even want that type of person around me. Come on, guys, help me to make it make sense, because like I say, in here, it's going to be real talk. I can't sugarcoat. If you want to hear something that's sugar-coated, then you're going to have to go somewhere else, because in here, we're going to eat meat. And that's real talk. Princess Black said, good afternoon, lady. Yes. How you doing? Yes, I said. But like I said, guys, in here, I'm not in here to sit there and tell you what you want to hear, trying to sit there and get the crowd. No, I'm going to stand on my truth, because like I said, then say, at the end of the day, I have to be accountable for this. I have to answer for this, not because of how many clicks and likes and all this. Yes, I do want you guys to click and like. Yes, I do. But like I said there and say, I'm not going to sell my soul for it. I'm not going to sell my soul for it. I'm going to stand on my truth. And this right here is not right, because you saying that your child was having issues. First of all, if your child was having issues, then your child should be at some kind of therapist, getting therapists, which you should be getting therapists, and Soular should be getting therapists as well. And like I saw, he came on somebody else's channel, which I'm not even going to mention her name, because I don't even think that she was asking the right questions. If anything, the guy that was on her panel, he the one was asking the right questions, and she went ahead and she shut him up, and she was asking all kinds of ignorant stuff or whatever. But the guy that was on her channel, I don't know who he was. I think I know he was, but I'm not even going to say that. But he was more articulate, where he was asking questions that was more relevant, because Soular saying that he in the business of doing credit repairs and all this. Who the heck gonna be in their right mind and let Soular calling himself doing credit repairs, you giving him your social security number, all your personal information? How can he do credit repair? Just like the guy was on the panel had said the same thing. When Soular don't even have a transportation, he don't have a roof to put over his house. He ain't show nothing that he was doing, that he was able to somebody to call him a father. Come on, guys, make it make sense. This don't make sense at all. Not at all. I'm telling you guys, these people are messed up, because anybody that will give Soular their personal information so he can talk about credit repairs, when I don't think that he have nothing to show for, because if he did have something to show for, trust me, he wouldn't be in Velvet's home. He wouldn't be, he would sit there and tell Velvet, look, I got a place for you where you and your children could come and stay. Now, that's what you call a real man. A real man is not going to sit there and take food out of your children's mouth take a roof, go into a house that is already set up with the lights, the water, roof running, the roof and everything else. Ain't nobody, a real man is not going to do that, because this man is going to a house that is already set up. Ain't nothing that he do. Yeah, he might sit there and give a little few dollars here and there, but a real man, they're going to make sure that they family have a roof over their head, and not sitting there trying to use a small child to sit there and get back at somebody else. Now, we already know, like I said, I'm not excusing all the stuff that Nature Boy did. We already know. But like I said, just like with Lamar Whitehead, two wrongs don't make a right. Just because they are doing it, that does not mean that you got to do it as well. And that's real talk. That's real talk. But like I said, we live in a messed up generation. I've been watching this channel. This young lady, she's from right here from the States, and her husband, she met him in Africa, where she went down there. She's more into building houses, and stuff like this, and she's getting land in Africa, and they are doing real good, which I'm gonna go ahead and show some videos of that, where they are doing real good. They are prospering. They got a farm. They building houses and helping people to come, that's sick and tired of the United States, wants to go back to Africa and live off the grid. These people are doing well. So all this money that Soular saying that Soular saying that he got $500,000. Well, he had $500,000 nowhere in the world that he would be sitting in Velvet's house. He would sit there and he would show the entire world that he's doing what Nature Boy couldn't do. And that's the rebuild carbonation, by going and get them some land and start building and prospering off the land. I'm watching videos right now of this young couple where they eating off the land, where all they have to do is go outside and pull whatever vegetables out the ground, whatever fruit that's in the tree. They got their chickens, they got their goose, they got their cows, they got everything. They got an entire farm on their land. And they did it all in 1 year. All in 1 year. But these people, they only talk the talk. These people is not about nothing. These people ain't nothing but social media clouts. That's all they are. Social media clouts. That's all they are. These people is not about that life. That's why I said then say, guys, I don't see how you guys can sit there and follow this stuff without exposing it. If I'm going to follow it, trust me, I'm going to expose it. And that's real talk. That is real talk. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's time to rip these sheets off of these wolves, because like I said, at the end of the day, the only ones that's going to get messed up, and that's the kids. You messing up the kids and wondering why these kids are out there doing the things that they are doing. But you reap what you sow, and especially with them, because I believe when baby Eliana, when she make 18 years old, or when she learned how to go on the internet and turn on the computer, she gonna see all the stuff that her family did, her parents did, and how her mom is going from one man to another man and another man. She calling this man daddy. Last couple of months, she was calling this man daddy. Last year, she was calling another man daddy. Come on, guys. We are not ready. If you call this conscious people, then I'd rather sit there and be lost in my mess, because this is not conscious at all. They're worrying about what kind of food they are eating and how this and that. But yet, what all these spirits that you are bringing around your children, all these spirits, these people that's having one person that all messed up with STDs and all this stuff, and then you sitting there putting it all on you. You don't care about your children. You don't care about your children at all, because if you cared about your children, trust me, you wouldn't let every Tom, Dick, and Harry come in your household. Come on, guys, make it make sense, because this does not make sense at all. And it's time for us to sit there and rip the sheets off of these wolves in sheep clothing. This is messed up. And like I say, nobody is jealous of nobody, especially when you ain't got a pot to pee in and a window to throw it out of. Put your money where your mouth is. How you going to sit there and say you got an LLC when you ain't got crap to show for? Come on, guys. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, please, because trust me, it does not make sense at all. This guy sat there and he told these people, jumped on somebody's platform and told these people that he does credit repairs. Tell me one thing that this guy got. Tell me one thing that this guy got. Please, somebody tell me one thing that this guy got. I don't even think that these people even have a bank account. Trust me. And if they do have a bank account, they ain't got nothing to show for. How you going to say you got all this and you can take care of some family, got these children calling you daddy when you living in their house, sleeping in their bed, eating their food? And even if you contributing with the food, still that does not make you a man because you went in a house that was already established. Like I said, guys, I'm in here to tell the truth. I'm in here, I can't sugarcoat. You know, I got to tell it. I got 15 more minutes because after that, I'm going to cut it off and then I'm going to go on with Master P and his son, which that's horrible. That's why I sit there and say, guys, these children going to come back on you because you don't know how you are affecting these children's lives. And like I said, you know, it goes both ways. I can tell it because, like I said, who can tell it better than the ones that's already been through it? But you don't want to intentionally do something just to get back at somebody else. It doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't work like that just because you see somebody else doing it. You know, like they say, two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right because at the end, only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's the children. And that's why I say it's time for us to go ahead and break that generational curse. But when you egging it on and thinking it's cute that you getting back at somebody just because that person did you wrong, it don't work like that. Because like I said, it's whatever go around, come around. It doesn't work like that. I don't care how bad of a person that person was, how mean was that person was to you. Trust me, the Most High God got this. He don't need your help. Especially when you got to use innocent children as baits. And we know that Velvet does that. Velvet did that before. And I don't even have to say a legend on that. Velvet, she flew her daughter way to the tropics, had her child in a house full of strangers, in a shack, a nasty, dirty home around strangers, just to get back at one person. And now she got another child for another man. Guys, come on, make it make sense because it doesn't make sense at all. And I'm not trying to be mean because, like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. But as a blogger, you know, as a minister, you know, that's my job. You put it out there, you are free game. Don't air out your laundry. Nobody would know nothing about what's going on. But if you putting your business out there, then you giving people to, you know, you allowing people to talk about it. But that's not right, guys. And that's why I say we got our priorities. We just all messed up because you are hurting these babies. And this is the next generation. I hate to see what president is going to come out of this generation. This generation is lost, a lost generation because of these no good parents. Because of these no good parents. And we already know, look at their expression. A person don't even have to say not one word, but you can see their demeanor. They can see the way that how that sneaky smile. They all into that. They eating it all up. They thought it was funny for this child to sit there and say, "Daddy, I'm grateful. Daddy, I thank you." They ate that up, guys. You know they ate it up. Come on, guys. But was it right? Just because you don't like a person, if I'm going to get back at someone, I don't need to use my children. My children should not be involved in this, because at the end, all you're doing is hurting those kids. And Soular, he does not care. Soular does not care at all. And the reason why Soular don't care, because he's not a man. He don't even know how to take care of himself. Any man that will go into another man's house and let another man control him, another man, as he say, took the life of his own child, another man that he had to bow down and bend over and let another man get into him, turn him out, had a trance to turn him out on social media. You remember that trance? Also, Soular sit there and this is not a legend. I don't have to say a legend. Soular got on his knees, crawled to another man, and sucked his toes. And sucked his toes. This man had him like a puppy. So how you think that this man can be able to call himself a king? Come on, guys. If anything, you guys need to start trying to sit there and get these babies out of that house, because that is dysfunctional. Now, that's what I call dysfunctional. That is dysfunctional because, first of all, he's in their house. Just because you giving a little few dollars, taking me to the movie, but you still is in their house. You didn't pull them out and put a roof over their head. Guys, man, you need to go and see how some of these people that I've been watching that wants to live off the grid, move to Africa or move to some tropics. These people are established. These people, I mean, they got nice little homes or whatever they want to call it. And they got their farm on the land. These people are doing good. But these people, they only talk the talk. You're right, college. This is very sad. And it's sad because you are pulling innocent kids, and she does not have one, but she got two. She got two. And will make it look bad because a month before, she had another man. She had a daughter calling another man daddy. And last year, the year before, she had another man calling that child daddy. But yet you want to sit there and blame it on this nature boy. You got to take accountability of what you do as well. Because you got to stand in the position of a mother. And a mother, they're going to protect their children. And even if he come into your life, he just came in because not too a couple of months ago, he was in Mexico with Natiri, saying that's his wife, saying that's his Lotus or whatever they want to call themselves. So that's what people are looking at. And now you got this child in your home, got your babies calling this man daddy, which you both should have set that child out and say, that is not your daddy. That is not your daddy. That child should have been calling him by his first name. That's just to show you guys these people are messed up. And you guys out there sitting there trying to advocate for these people, trying to help these people to get on their feet. These people is not trying to get on their feet. Because, like I said, you sit there and you get rid of one out the way, all they're going to do is find another hole to go ahead and dig in. You see it right now, where they figure that, oh, just because Nature Boy didn't do right by it, we're going to do right about carbonation. We're going to do right by carbonation. Okay, if let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's give them the benefit of doubt. Okay, you're going to say that you're going to go ahead and take over what Nature Boy left over, what Nature Boy had left out. Okay, so if you're going to go ahead and take and run with what Nature Boy had didn't do, why you don't have a piece of land where you could have showed on social media, which I'm pretty sure that they would have showed, where you guys right now, long as y'all been in carbonation, should have had something to show for. Should have had something to show for. Why you don't see none of this? If you say that you guys wants to live off the grid, you guys don't want to be a part of Babylon. You told the whole entire world that you have $500,000 or whatever you say you have. You have plenty of money. You even say that you have plenty of money where you can come up with 15K to go ahead and hire an attorney for Nature Boy. So why you don't take that money and live off the grid? Get y'all some farmland and all this stuff and have your family. That's what you call a real man. That's what you call a real man. But you don't see these people doing that. These people just talk. And I had wanted to talk about this the other day when he jumped on somebody's channel and said how he do all this. He got credit. They got an LLC. A LLC for what? So you can sit there and file for tax credit? Because we don't see nothing that you're doing with it. And anybody, just like I said earlier, anybody that will give these people their personal information, that will be like the blind leading the blind. And they both going to end up in the ditch. They're going to end up just like where Bishop Lamar Whitehead is. Because like I said, that's like the blind leading the blind. How can they help each other? When you know you got a problem, but yet you trying to help somebody else. That's just like me trying to go to someone and tell them to help me to lose weight. Why would I want to go somebody that's just as bigger than I am to tell me to help me to help me to lose weight? Come on, guys, make it make sense. It don't make sense at all. That don't make no sense at all. I can't go to one addict to tell this addict to get me off of this when how can he help me? So how can this person that don't have nothing to show for help repair my credit? Come on, guys, make it make sense. Can't you see a wool that is pulled over you? Anybody that get into something like that, something got to be wrong with you. You got to be tore from the floor, messed up. How can you do that? That doesn't make sense at all, guys. And the thing about it is that these people got innocent babies in the midst of all this. And you guys worrying about all this stuff that had happened to Nature Boy with grown women. What about these people right here that got children under the roof? Babies. Where's the outcry? This is the time that everybody should be crying out right now. Because we got innocent children that cannot defend themselves. You guys was fighting and staying up all night worrying about grown women that wants to sit there and be with a man that do all this stuff to them. These grown women. But what about these babies? Nobody worrying about the babies. That's just show you right now that we got our priorities all messed up. Guys, we are messed up. This is messed up. Ain't nobody worrying about the babies. But we was worrying about grown people. That's just to show you that we just not right. We messed up as well. We just as messed up as well. I don't see nobody calling CPS. I don't see nobody sitting there reporting nothing like this. But y'all reported when grown women and men was together. Guys, you saw that. When I saw that, it made me sick. I'm telling you, it made me sick. It really made me sick. And everybody sitting there laughing like it was funny. That's what he get. For somebody to use your child, how you expect someone to use your child just because they trying to get back at another grown adult? Guys, like I said, then say what goes around come around. You guys sitting there thinking that this is funny, thinking this is entertainment. That wasn't entertainment. That was not funny. It was a sad day. And if you guys got something to say, please go ahead and feel free, because I got 4 minutes, and after that I'm gonna close it up, and I'm gonna come back at 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna talk about Master P and his son. But like I said there and say, guys, this is all messed up. This is a sad day. That was not funny at all. That was a disgrace. And for this child to sit there and say, Dad, I'm grateful. She didn't know what she was talking about. But we knew it was we knew their agenda. We knew what they was trying to do. But the Bible tells us, whatever you have done to the least of my children, you have done it unto me, and woe unto you. Woe unto you. Because all you're doing is just setting yourself to be set up. That's it. That's all you're doing, is because those kids cannot defend themselves. Those little innocent kids cannot just say, I'm going to walk away. Those kids can't say that. These babies barely can talk. One can't barely walking. But where's the outcry? That's to show you guys we are messed up. We are messed up. And you wondering why they are laughing at us. You wondering why they don't take us serious. Because we don't take ourselves serious. We take life as a game. But woe unto you. Because what goes around comes around. And whatever you put out there in the atmosphere, trust me, it's going to come back to you. And it's going to come back to you 7 times worse than what you already dished out, because you never win when you play dirty. You never win when you play dirty. And like I said there and say, guys, this is my ministry. This is not for me to come here to sit there and try to get clicks and likes. This is not no bait to come on to sit there and try to clickbait. My job is to tell the truth and shame the devil, because we already know that the devil is out there working overtime, seeking who he can devour. And we know he don't want these grown people that's been tore up to the floor, that don't have living their life through their children. The devil don't want them. He want the babies. If he know he got the babies, then he know he got this next generation. How you doing, your girl Renee? Glad that you came on. Which I'm gonna go ahead and click off, guys, because I got another show I'm gonna do at 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and just rest a little bit, because I had parathyroid surgery, and my voice, I still haven't gotten my voice back. And try to see if I can go ahead and rest it a little bit. Thank you very much. But like I said, guys, enough is enough. And what you're seeing right now, you are seeing that the Most High God is ripping sheets off of these wolves in sheep clothing. Because nowhere in the world that you're going to be able to sit there and send these kids to the slaughterhouse. The devil, you is a lie. So, guys, yeah, I'm going to be back at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and rest up a little bit, because, I can't put too much strain on my voice anyway, which I always do. But Oh, guys, this is a lot. This is too much, guys. This is entirely too much. So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna talk to you guys around about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna get on Master P and his son. I didn't want to go ahead and put it together because I truly believe that that's cut from a whole different cloth, turning two different corners when it comes to all this junk right here and Master P and his son. And we're going to see how we can go ahead and unravel this, because when it comes to mental illness, and also when it comes to our kids, like I said there and say, the devil, he knows that his time is almost over. And what Master P is going through with his son, trust me, I'm going through the same thing, me and my husband with our child. You know, you can do all what you can do them, and it's never enough, never enough. If I would have recorded some of the stuff that my own son said, you know, like I sit there and say, um, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is when it comes to these millennial kids. I don't know if these kids think that they are entitled, you know, where back then when we was young, nowhere in the world that we would talk to our parents, or, you know, the way that this generation is. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to see if we can crack through some of that shell. So, guys, on that note, you all be blessed. Okay, and I'll see you again at 5 o'clock.